Well, good morning and welcome once more to our home in Bromley Common. On Friday and Saturday, Richard and I both received our COVID jabs. We were one of the many hundreds of thousands that received our jabs this weekend. And we were both very impressed with the organisation. The medics in our little booth told me that they were vaccinating at least 200 people just themselves, just this one little booth. So that was fine. But on Sunday morning, we both woke up with a headache. It started off as a muzzy feeling and then we felt a bit cold and shivery. By Sunday morning, Richard had developed a full-blown migraine, and by Sunday afternoon, I too had to resort to bed because my head was absolutely thumping. So unusually for us, Sunday, we missed out. We missed out meeting our friends in our church on Zoom for our short service. We even missed out watching and joining with others, which we normally do. So Sunday seemed to be a day of missing out, an absence of meeting together. Now, my biblical heroine, as some of you might know, is Peter's mother-in-law. And you've probably heard me sort of wax lyrical about her. She is in bed with a fever and she is missing out because it is the Sabbath and all her friends and the community are at the synagogue and she's missing out. She is in lockdown, effectively, not able to go out. She is self-isolating. And that's the problem with self-isolating. We might feel that we're keeping ourselves safe. We might feel that we're keeping others safe. But also we feel that we're missing. We're missing community. We're missing meeting our friends for a chin wag and the local gossip. We're missing human connection. So Jesus comes in and he lifts her up and heals her, and she gets up and serves them. Now, as I've said before, note it is a Sabbath, and to keep the Sabbath holy, no work is done. So it doesn't mean that she got up and made them lunch, because that involved work. It involved lighting fires, drawing water, cutting, preparing food, serving food. No, what it means, and Mark sort of hints at it later on, is that she became one of the band of women who supported Jesus in his ministry, who went on perhaps to become church leaders themselves. Remember, Paul told the Galatian church that there is now no male or female, no Jew or Gentile, slave or free, but all are one in Christ. So Jesus heals Peter's mother-in-law. But when we look at Jesus's healings, so often it isn't just the physical healing that's important, but the fact that he brings the person back into community. Think about the woman who had had a bleed for 12 years. She was regarded as being unclean and therefore excluded from society. When Jesus healed her, she was able to become back into community, to mix, to be out of self-isolation. The same with the lepers, those who were blind, those who suffered from what the Gospels call demon possession. They were all excluded from society. But through Jesus, they were brought back into community. They were able to be part of family once more. And I think that's really important to notice, that Jesus's healing miracles are not always, we focus on the physical or spiritual aspect, but not about the community aspect. That Jesus brings people back into community. Hopefully, as we continue on our journey out of lockdown, we will all be brought back into community. But we all need healing. We have been socially distanced for so long. And while we long to have, be able to shake hands or have a hug, or even to be able to gather and have a cup of tea, because we've been distant for so long, maybe we have forgotten how to be in that close community again. But Jesus brings healing. He brings us back together. I love the words of Psalm 18. It says, "He has reached down from on high. He took me. He drew me out of the mighty waters. He brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me." God delights in each of us. We are all special, and he longs for us to be in community with him, but also in community with each other. We long to step out of our lockdown and into that broad place of daylight and freedom. But we will need to be healed, to learn once more what it is to live together, to be able to share our resources, to share just being in community. And it is Jesus that does that, who brings us back into community. And once we are healed, what are we called to do? Well, like Peter's mother-in-law, we are called to serve. Not just making teas and coffees, although that's important, but to look out for the needs of others, to look to where, whatever they need, whatever they want, just to be there and to be Christ for them. So be blessed as we continue on our journey. And I'm glad to say, I think Richard and my headaches have now disappeared. And having read about it, we know that they were common side effects of the jab. So yeah, be blessed, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.